Hi ladies, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bianca, your Christian fitness trainer, prayer warrior, and vegan nutrition specialist. And tonight we're going to talk about four different cleanses. But first I want to apologize for being late. My family had a late dinner, so I'm late getting on tonight, and I'm so sorry about that. Forgive me. But as always, we're going to start with prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, Father, we love you, and we thank you for your love. We thank you that you never leave us or forsake us. And we thank you that you lead and you guide us. Your word says the step of a righteous man is ordered by you and in your word. And we thank you for that. Father, I thank you for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding going out, Father, and accomplishing all that it is sent out to do. And Father, I thank you for transformation in the lives of your daughters and their families in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, ladies. So let us get started. Okay. I have my notes here. Hey, Sierra. Good evening. Good to see you. Just leave it over there, Liv. Go ahead. We're going to start with so I said I'm going to go over the kidney cleanse, the gallbladder, the colon cleanse, and the urinary tract. Okay. Give you the symptoms for when you need one, and cleansing can take care of it, because a lot of things, you know, the cure or the recommendation is like to have surgery or something kind of crazy, but these basic things you can do to take care of your body, you know, that God has given us. In Matthew 23:26, it says, "First cleanse the inside of the cup and dish, that the outside of them may be clean also." So, you know, we present well, like, you know, everybody, we can look fine on the outside, but there are things that are going on the inside that we need to take care of. And then if you, you know, pay attention to your body, there's always signs of stuff that might be off. So like the coated tongue can tell you some things, the stripes in the fingernails, thick toenails, just all, or fingernails, that all tells you something that's going on with the different organs. And by cleansing, we can help get rid of those toxins and things. So with the kidney cleanse, so common symptoms of the kidneys are painful or frequent urination, chronic lower back pain and fatigue, chills and fever, like with a cold or flu, and general accumulation of excess fluid. And so that's just for the malfunction. Now for kidney stones, there's usually a dull pain in the lower back and the groin area, so the inside of the thigh. There's increasing sharp, severe pain as the stones enter the urethra canal, and then a nausea and vomiting may accompany that pain. So that's when a person has kidney stones. And then for common causes of kidney problems are excess urea and oxalic acid. And so that can come from eating too much meat or too much protein. You know, as I sat and I think about things, and I think about different people and stuff that I work with, it's always interesting to me that the people who, because I was in the fitness industry for a while, and the people that I knew who, you know, took so much protein, and then like towards their 50s and stuff, their kidneys began to break down. And that's what, you know, we were talking last week about protein, and, you know, you don't need as much as these recommendations say that you need, and you don't necessarily have to get it from the animal products. Nothing wrong with it, but you don't need as much, right? So that's a byproduct of it. And I just know, like, so many people, especially bodybuilders, who, you know, they end up with kidney problems when they're like in their 50s, around their 50s or 60s. So then they end up going on dialysis. But if, you know, you pay attention, they can stop these things, or if they, you know, did these type of cleanses along the way, then they wouldn't end up, you know, at the extreme later on in life. So it can come from especially red meats, sodas or carbonated drinks, sugar, caffeine, aspirin. That's another thing. I should do a whole video on aspirin. I can tell you about that. Salt and chemical diuretics. And so those things can cause problems with the kidneys. minerals in the drinking water that the body can assimilate. And guys, you know what that assimilation is when you eating the foods or drinking different things, and it takes it and it breaks it down and it uses it to build up your tissue or other tissues and all that in the body. When it doesn't, when it can't do that, then it becomes a problem. So that's for the kidneys. Now, your kidneys function to separate the water and the waste from the products in your body from the blood and excrete it out. So that's what we need it for. You need it to live. That's why people go on dialysis when their kidneys stop functioning, to keep that process going. In other words, your kidneys act as a filter for toxins in your body. So when you can't get rid of toxins, it's a real problem. Because I remember I said, you know, even when we eat food, your body will take it and then it stores it in different parts of your body. But you have to get rid of toxins. And that's the good thing about cleansing, because it helps to get rid of toxins in your body. Because if you don't get rid of it, that's going to show up in the form of a disease. So with your with the kidney cleanse, so it's a 3-day cleanse, and you know I've done this, and it's very simple. You know, you don't want to be doing a whole bunch of hard work or anything, but you know, when you have like a weekend or so, you just need a gallon or so of or 3 gallons for the entire cleanse. So about a gallon a day of apple juice and steamed distilled water. And that's about it. And then you just, you know, you're flushing out your kidneys. That's what you're doing. And then it's also having a rest. So that's what you're doing when you do the kidney cleanse. And so you want to do this at least once a year. Okay. So it doesn't take much. At the most, you can do it every few months, like 3 or so months. But you don't, you know, but just to keep your kidneys functioning. Okay. Now that's the kidney cleanse. We're going to move on over. It's a whole lot more I can go into, but I just want to kind of give you the basics, because I am thinking about maybe later on just, you know, actually taking you guys through, you know, these different cleanses, so you'll kind of know what they feel like, and, you know, just have that guidance, because I've done these different things. Okay, so we're going to move along. Oh, cranberry syrup, we're going to get to that. That's good for the urinary tract. Okay. Because we're focused on these different organs, but cranberries are very good for the urinary tract. So you have, when we get to that's going to be the last thing we talk about, the urinary tract, and that's what the cranberries are good for. Okay. And then with the apple juice, I wanted to tell you too, you want to make sure that's freshly pressed. So if you let's say you're not going to buy the stuff you buy at Walmart, unless it's like, well, a long time ago, I know the nuts and juice, or Nutsen, I don't know how to pronounce that, but they used to have good unfiltered juices, but now I don't know, because it's been a while. But you're better off like doing this type of cleanse, or in the gallbladder as well, in the fall time when the apples are at their peak ripeness, right? And then you can juice them at home. So that's kind of what you want to do. Good night, baby. That's kind of what you want to do when you think about for the kidney cleanse. Now, so cute. Good night. All right. So your next cleanse that we're going to talk about is the gallbladder. All right, baby. So the gallbladder, you can deal with things, or if you don't get rid of these things, you can get gallstone buildups, right? And it's like so many people, because of the U.S. diet, like how we eat, you get the stones and stuff in your gallbladder, and then, you know, it can become painful. But if you like do these cleanses, like I said, the gallbladder cleanse maybe once a year, you're going to be all right. But I'm going to show you what to look for too when you do this. So symptoms of gallbladder issues: chronic gas, burping or belching, pain and bloating, jaundice, so when your skin be turning super light, headache, bad temper, sluggishness, nerves or severe pain in the right abdomen under the rib cage. Then, you know, what causes these gallstones is, so the American diet is very rich in processed and hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils and things. And though these things offer a long shelf life for foods, they are no good in your body, because once they get inside the body, they begin to go rancid. And you remember how we talked about last week, how when you begin to break down stuff, and your body always goes for the hardest thing first, but it's so hard to break it down. So it just pretty much rots in your body and cause all kind of, different issues. So, that's why we kind of want to stay away from so much processed food and stuff with hydrogenated oils and all that things. But other things that cause gallbladder stones or gall issues are coffee, chocolate, sodas, red meat, same thing with the kidneys. You're looking at the same thing. Preservatives. So that's in a lot of the food, if it's not in the fresh section, you're going to deal with, the preservatives and things. Artificial sweeteners, equal, sweet and low, and all those other types. Tobacco products, aspirin, once again, aspirin just is not the greatest. It really is not. Salt and alcohol. So those things can cause gallbladder issues. So when you do the cleanse, so this cleanse is only 4 days. So this is like the longest one, because the kidney cleanse is only 3 days, and it's apple juice. And then the gallbladder cleanse is the same thing. So you can actually do these two together. All right. No, I'll do it later. Thank you. Good night. I love you. See you in the morning. All right, go ahead. All right. Now go ahead. So if you do this cleanse, it's like having a bloodless operation, because a lot of people get gallstones removed, or they have to go through some type of surgery for it. But this is something that you can do that's non-invasive, and it's very effective. All right. So like I said, it's 4 days in length, and it's the same thing. You take the apple juice and you take the distilled water, same thing. You drink up to a gallon. You may not need that much. And then with this too, this is an important part of the cleanse that I want to tell you. You want to flush those toxins out, okay? Because your body, when you're not eating and stuff, and your body is just it's eliminating, right, and getting rid of these toxins. You don't want those toxins stay stuck in your body, so you have to get them out. And so I'm going to be very truthful with you. So it's the saltwater cleanse, okay? The thing, I've done enemas, but the thing with enemas is they only get the lower part of your intestines that it cleans out, but the whole top part is not, you're not getting the same cleansing effect. But if you go ahead and you drink the salt water, and I'm going to tell you that salt water is rough. It is rough. Woo! But you know what? And you make sure, if you do this cleanse, you stay near a bathroom, because you're going to drink this salt water, right? And it's on the 3rd day. So the first 2 days, you're going to just drink the water in the apple juice, okay? The freshly pressed apple juice that you press at home, or you got from a juice place, okay? And then that 3rd day, you're going to drink your juice, you're going to drink the water, and then you're going to do this salt water cleanse. And I'm telling you, it's going to clear you out. I mean, clear you out. Salt water works, but you make sure you get not the iodized stuff, but like that sea salt, and you mix it with water and let it dissolve, and then you drink that up. Huh? No, those stay here. And then you drink that, and it's going to, all those toxins that begin to release and come, from the gallbladder, it's gonna loosen that up, okay? And then too, while you do that, and then that 4th day, you're gonna go back to just drinking the water and the apple juice. And on that, wait, I think I missed something. Did I say the 3rd day you're gonna drink? Oh no, I didn't tell you that. So you're doing this. The drink for the cleanse is freshly juiced apples and water. Yasmin, I'm answering your question. And this is for the gallbladder cleanse. And then it's also for the flush your system out, is salt water, and it's just salt and water. That's pretty much what you're drinking, okay? Sea salt and water. Just wait, Libby. You're not going to do that right now. I'm doing it live, so go ahead on until I'm done. But like, yeah, like I said, it's going to, so that's what the drink is. It's water and salt. And then that flushes your body out. And then this is the other part. So you're going to also drink, now this is rough as well, but it is what, so when you drink the oil, so it's a half a cup of oil, extra virgin olive oil, okay, real extra virgin olive oil, okay, and then also right after that, you're going to drink a fourth of a cup of freshly pressed or squeezed lemon juice. Now, this is the thing that's going to soften those gallstones, so you won't have any pain. So it can be painful for people. I've never had gallstones, so I don't know, but I just from hearing, it can be painful, but this actually softens it up so it can pass through. And so you're going to see this stuff coming out of your system. And you'll see like the little green things coming out. Like I know when I did the colon cleanse, which we'll get to that in a minute, you can see like in your colon where stuff has been packed up for years, and it doesn't look like regular stool, but it begins to look like the imprint of your intestines. So that's the thing when you do these different cleanses, this stuff begins to come out. And it'll just, and you'll feel a lot better as well. That's the one thing I do like about cleanses. You just feel better. Like your mind clears up and just everything clears up. So on that fourth day too, this is what I like about it too. You also want to, even though you're cleansing your physical body, it's also freeing your mind. So just, renew your mind with the word. Okay. So that's the gallstone. And guys, I'll make this stuff available to you. So if you're trying to take notes, don't worry about it. I'll just either post it in the description, or I'll make it available because I have most of y'all email addresses. If I don't have it, just put, leave your email address, or you can email me at goodthingfitness@gmail.com. And then I'll send it to you because I have different recipes for this. All right. So for the gallbladder cleanse, you'll need, like I said, I'll just send this to you. 4 gallons of apple juice, because a gallon a day. 4 gallons of steamed distilled water. A half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, or you can do expeller pressed peanut oil. I forgot you can do that as well. 3 lemons, and then, well, you don't need a straw, but that's an option. So that's your gallstone cleanse, okay? And that's only 4 days. Now for the colon. All right. Yeah, like I said, you can do the colon and you can do the gallstone and kidney together. For the colon cleanse, this is flushing out the toxins that have been packed in your intestines for even years. If you're not properly eliminating, which a lot of us don't, because really we should be eliminating, if your system is working optimally, like the way it's supposed to, you actually should be eliminating like after every meal. But I know most people don't do that, but you should at least be going once a day, right? And if you're not, or if there's, days in between, which people do, I've heard, like I said, this girl, she was like once a month. I was like, wow. But that stuff begins to be packed up in those intestines. And then what happens is that you cannot pull anything through that. You can't get anything through it, right? And then you're not getting the nourishment that you need anyway. So cleanses help to remove that stuff. You're not going to do it all in one setting unless you've eaten a super clean diet your whole life, right? So it's something that you do, over time. So when you do the colon cleanse, it begins to loosen that stuff up, right? Loosen that stuff up. And then it begins to come out. And the way that you know this is effective is that, like I said, it's not a regular stool, but it's more like if you ever looked at the intestines, it's more like that, it's like a wavy, and it's such a difference. So just pay attention to your stool because it tells you if it's working or not. All right. So for the colon cleanse, you need to do the salt water flush. So the same thing, the salt in the water. And you would do, so in the morning before eating or drinking, you would mix 2 teaspoons of the unrefined salt and 1 quart of lukewarm water. And like I said, lady, this is not the easiest thing to drink, but your body will love you after you. Because like I said, it's just like the way it just clears you up and removes the fog from your brain. I mean, it's amazing. So You would just drink that full thing, and then the thing that it does is it washes the entire intestinal tract, whereas with enemas it's only getting at the bottom part. So I've done the enemas, I've done colonics and the saltwater flush. The saltwater flush is, whew, it is effective. That's all I can say. It's very effective. Okay, so you'll you have multiple eliminations, but it's pulling the toxins and stuff down. All right, so that's the colon cleanse. Now, there's different enemas. If you are into that, there's the coffee, garlic, all that kind of stuff that you can do. But because I know that the salt water cleanse does cleanse the entire intestinal tract, I typically, promote that one, talk to you guys about that one. All right. So that's the colon cleanse. And then for the last one I'm going to talk about, wow, we're at 20 minutes already. That went fast. All right, so the urinary tract cleanse, okay? So Sierra was talking about the cranberries. So that's when you would use this for, all right? So people deal with urinary tract and bladder infections, and instead of taking medication and stuff for it, this is a simple and way to do things effective without any side effects. And so symptoms is that you may need to cleanse your urinary tract, is lower back pain, sometimes a fever. And so because your body's trying to deal with this infection and, throw it off. So you might want to do that. That is, let me get the recipe for that because I have my little notes here. So what you're going to do, drink at least a quart of fresh or reconstituted cranberry juice each day of your fast for this. Drink 6 to 8 ounces of distilled or spring water every hour to help keep the acid waste flush from your body. So that's the whole thing. When you're drinking, you're flushing out the body. That's the whole thing. You're not eating anything, but when you're drinking these liquids, it's flushing the body, getting rid of the toxins and things. You can eat very lightly, but it's just like pretty much fruits and vegetables, just like raw things. That's not going to, cause your system to have to work too hard. Just high water content vegetables, so less than fruit. So you're thinking about like salads with sprouts, cucumbers, carrots, beets, celery, parsley, watermelon, which watermelon is one of my favorite things to use because it's a natural diuretic and it helps to flush the system. You don't want to have oranges or grapefruit. So those are things that you kind of want to avoid. Now, if you do get juice that you don't press at home, I think it was one brand, I can't remember, that I bought because I haven't drank cranberry juice in a while. But I know that worked well, and it was like unsweetened because that unsweetened juice is bitter. But it's very, very good for, getting rid of these UTIs. All right. And so that's pretty much it. I have like full instructions for this stuff, but I think this will make this video very long, and I went very long last week. Maybe next week I'll talk about the intestinal cleanse a little bit more, because like I have some very in-depth stuff that you could to take you through each of these different cleanses. So anyway, ladies, that's all I have for tonight. I won't be on this long tonight because I have to go out. So anyway, thanks for jumping on. I hope this was helpful. God bless you, and I will talk to you all again soon. Love you all. Bye.